hour. Give you guys enough time to get those bets in for their primetime games. That's what we do here on the Drive Thru Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time as our live free sports picks for the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later, and deliver those winners at professional handicappers over at Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Play. So let's take a peek at who's on the show with us for today. All right, with us is Wayne Scott with us. We got Millz Young, Tony Brown, and Jay Briggs, and here's how they'll line up for this evening. We've got Brown, Youngs, Briggs, Scott, and I will close this one out. All right, NBA is back tonight. 12-game card tonight. We got 10 tomorrow. A lot of front end of back-to-backs as we come back. And we were talking before the show, boy, how dare they give LeBron James a back-to-back after the All-Star break. But he's sitting out tonight, in case you missed it. The news there with LeBron. No LeBron tonight from the Lakers. We'll have some more injury news as we move on in the show. Lots of college hoops, ice as well on the board. But let's get the show underway. Let's welcome in Tony Brown. You'll catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. We'll bring Tony Brown in as we start the show here off from with the NBA. We'll bring Tony ready to roll. Tony Brown, what's happening?
Tony T, what's going on out there?
Everything's going great. NBA is back. It was a long wait here, but we got it back here tonight. And we're going to be looking at this matchup tonight as the Nets made some news during the All-Star break. Letting Vaughn go. The name escapes me now. I had it on top of my lips. He won a national championship at UConn. He is now the head coach of the Nets as they take on the Raptors here. We see the Raptors laying a 1.5. Total sits here at 231.5.
Yeah, this is a double-sided game for me right here. I got some stats going behind it, and we got the eye test, and I got one of my personal little theories that I use in handicapping, and that's anytime the boss goes, the employees start to play a little bit better. You know what I mean? Like, these guys always have that superstar mentality. We're basketball, we're the stars of the team, yada, yada, yada. But when your coach get fired, that pretty much leaves everybody vulnerable, letting you know the owner's not playing around and anybody can go. So I think we're going to see the Nets come out with like a little bit of fire under their butt. Not to mention, they're playing a team. That's the best way to, cure any losing streaks or to just, play a team that they absolutely have dominated. They won 8 out of the last 10 meetings with the Raptors. And more important than that, they've gone a perfect 6-0 against the spread in Toronto. Like, they love making the trip to Canada for whatever reason. They covered every single time they played on this home floor. So, new head coach, new strategy, new energy, everything in the building. The game shouldn't even be too, it's a pick 'em basically. They're all coming off the All-Star break, and I'm going to go ahead and pick the Nets in this one.
All right, Tony Brown says, Ollie now the coach here for the Nets. He likes the Nets here. Plus the 1 or plus 1.5 to your line chopping. Get the best numbers here if you would. Yeah, it's been a rough go here for Toronto. Both teams moving some players here during the season. As we know, Toronto moved out their Siakam. They moved Anunoby out of there. And, of course, it's a kind of a new-look team. We do see, interesting to note here, we do see Ben Simmons in lineup. Actually, Nets coming in. Interesting to note here, Ollie now the head coach and nobody on the injury report.
Right, but that's what I said. Who wants to be on the injury report? They just fired the coach, and then they get looking to clean house, and you sitting there on the injury report making millions of dollars. So everybody's going to be available tonight, even if they did have a few things that were ailing them. Nobody wants to let this, wants to start off bad. It's a brand new start. It's after the break. We got a new coach. It's 0-0 now. We can forget the record of the first half and try to have the best second half we can have and get into this playoff. They're letting everybody in the playoffs now with the 9 and 10 seeds and stuff. So the Nets always still have a shot. And, I think they pick up this road win. Like Toronto, like you mentioned in the forefront, Siakam was the last player from that championship team. So they completely revamped all the way from Van Fleet, Anunoby, Siakam. They're all gone. So that's not Toronto that we knew anymore. And they're literally rebuilding, so I don't even think they're going to have the motivation. Probably want to be, I'm not saying they're tanking, but they wouldn't mind being a lottery, top lottery selection. So I like the Nets to come out and get them, and I think the Nets are still trying hard.
Yeah, that's how it looks like to me right now, indeed, there in this one. And, of course, Tony Brown, of course, you were one to say that the Lakers, big news here with the LeBron sitting, you're one to say the Lakers, their focus, just get them in, and they should do pretty damage here getting through the play-in rounds, you believe?
Yeah, we're led by LeBron James. He's a veteran. He's been there 10 times. Anthony Davis, he's a champion. We know how to get it done, so we don't have to have the top 4 seeds. We're not looking for home field advantage. Like, anytime you step on the court, you just need to win the game, whether you're at home, on the road, anything like that. So I don't think they care about too much positioning, and as long as we can get into the postseason, then we'll be okay.
Looking for a postseason bit there. All right, Tony Brown here on the Nets, +1, +1.5 here against the Raptors. Do your line chopping, get the best numbers tonight. They get it off here at 7 p.m. Eastern time. All right, Tony Brown, let's take a look over at pick.com for tonight's action. As you said, we're loaded tonight in the NBA with a 12-game card. Also, lots of college hoops action as we're getting closer and closer here to March Madness in as well. But Tony Brown has enjoyed a really good NHL hockey season. We've got some NHL on the board as well. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, I got a little something for everybody tonight. For all of those who subscribe to the packages, the monthly or the VIP year or whatever, I have 6 big plays, 3 out of the NCAA and 3 out of the NHL. And for those who just want to jump in today, I have a play from each league, NBA, NHL, and NCAA. I have 9 plays total, 3 plays out of every league. You know what I mean? You spend a fortune trying to buy those individually. You can get the week, the 3-day, or even a year pass, and then it comes with every single pick I release from all of the leagues. But like I said, just for tonight, you want to bang your bookie 3 times over, I got that Thursday 3 play with my top play from the NBA, NCAA, and NHL.
That's right, guys. Get on board with Tony Brown over at Pick Dogs Premium. See the great results in the NHL from Tony, enjoying 562 units of profit. All talking about over at Pick Dogs Premium. Also, you mentioned the long-term pass serving well, but Tony Brown, I guess we're seeing the Dodgers have just opened up the spring with a win, a big win. Of course, baseball around the corner. You handicap all the major sports. When you're a VIP All Sports Pass, a really good value.
Right. Literally, the Dodgers started off as hot as any team can start. It's like they've just been waiting since that last game to get back on the field. We put up 8 runs in the first and totally took out San Diego, and that's just setting the tone for a long MLB season. 162 games, plus these preseason games, plus postseason games, the World Series. So much opportunity to make money in the MLB, and I'm going to be here for every single one of them. You can grab my MLB pass along with my NHL pass, or like we always say, you can grab that VIP pass. It's a lot less expensive than paying for every play per day, per play, and per sport. Everything I release, no upselling, playoffs, championships included, one low price.
That's right, guys. Get on board with Tony Brown. 1 year All Sports Pass covers all the sports that Tony handicaps. Use that promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save quite a bundle there with that 1 year All Sports Pass. Nearly $300 off when you use that promo code PICK at checkout. Save that 15% off. All right, Tony Brown, as always, great having you on the show. Continue that great success, and we'll catch up with you again next week.
All right, I always appreciate being here, and I'll see you guys on Tuesday.
Got it. Tony Brown here on the drive-thru. Let's continue here on the drive-thru. We got some cappers actually in driving mode today. We're gonna go ahead and welcome in Millz Young. You'll catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. We've got some more NBA coverage here tonight on this big card. We'll bring in Millz here in just a second. Ready to roll with Millz. Millz, what's happening? You're on mute there, Millz. Oh, here you go. You're coming in again. Yeah, try the sound check again.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Okay, here we go. It's the Suns and Mavericks on TNT tonight. This will be the game number 1 of the doubleheader. We see the Mavericks favored 2. We see the total 244.5.
Again.
Yeah, Millz, we're just having sound issues there. We're not getting the sound from you. We're getting a lot of choppy sound. Let's see if Millz can sign back in again here as he's looking at the Suns and Mavericks game tonight on TNT. You can see the numbers coming in here. At 2 back, Millz.
What about now?
Now it's better. Yep.
Yeah, keep it nice. Just taking the old game at the down. Sun.
All right, yeah, we just can't. It's your sound is cutting off. We're hearing probably every 5th word from you, Millz. So we'll just take it from here. Millz is going to be on the Suns and Mavericks over a total here of 245. Tonight will be on TNT, and of course, Millz over at Pick Dogs Premium tonight. You want to check him out. He's having a really good past 7 days. Get on board with him. Action tonight on the board. But here we are on a Thursday. No better time than 3-day All Sports Pass. Get all of Millz' premium plays for 3 days. That would be all his NBA, college hoops as well. Of course, we'll throw you some action on the ice, but of course, UFC action as well. So no better time to get on board with Millz with that 3-day All Sports Pass. Remember the promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save that 15% off. You can also add another capper here with the multi-capper promotion. Multi-cappers offer great value right now, 2 for 1, 3 for 1, you name it. Again, that promo code PICK at checkout, you'll save that 15% off. All right, Millz, as always, great having you on the show. Have yourself a great weekend, and we'll catch up with you again next week. You got Millz Young here on the drive-thru. Let's continue here on the show. Up next, we're going to welcome in Jay Briggs. You'll catch him over at Pick Dog Spring. We'll bring Jay here in just a second. More NBA coverage here on the show. Let's get it. Oh, we got to get to the screen here, and we'll probably have to move the chains as well. So we got NBA coming here from Jay's. Be looking at that Bulls and Celtics game tonight. Back from the break. Let's see if we're all set to go here with the Jay Jam session back again. Jay, what's happening?
Tony T, what is happening?
Everything's going great. As we mentioned here on the show, you're going to be looking here at this one between the Bulls and the Celtics are going head-to-head here tonight. And this one will be played in Chicago. We're going to see here that the Celtics are favored here. Now, 8.5-point favorites. I'm seeing some 9s in some places. So pretty big line on the Celtics coming back. We see the total coming at 223.
Yeah. Here's the thing. The Celtics, I believe they're the best team in the league. I believe that player for player, roster for roster, man for man, there's no team better than Boston. ATS-wise, they haven't been profitable in the grand scheme of things this season. A lot of the reason why they haven't been profitable is, A, a lot of games are overvalued, and B, there's just no motivation for them to come out and blow everybody out every single night. Tonight, I actually see a path for them to come out and blow out a team. I believe they're head and shoulders better than. I'm going to lay the points here in this one with the Boston Celtics. When you look at recent matchups between these two teams, the Celtics just seem to always kick the crap out of the Chicago Bulls. The Chicago Bulls are not a hard team for me to figure out. When they are playing bad teams, they're typically going to win and cover in those style basketball games. When they're playing a team that's fairly even matched with the Chicago Bulls, well, it's a 50-50 game. That game could go either way. You got to pick your spots. When they're playing teams that I feel are just better than them, well, the teams that's better than them usually kick the crap out of the Bulls, and I think that's what we're looking at here tonight, Tony T. So not overcomplicating this one. I'm taking the better team. I know that we're going through the motions before the All-Star break, but coming out of it, I think this is a flex our muscle style spot. I think they beat up on Chicago in Chicago.
All right, we got Jay here on the Bulls. Celtics here lay the 8.5 here against this Chicago Bulls team. A Bulls team, with DeRozan. Some are surprised that he's still there, but it was Vucevic who made that plea to Bulls management to not break up the team. He felt that the team, you're giving one more ride here. DeRozan playing for that contract, so I think there's some motivation there. We've seen the rise of Kobe White. This year, Vucevic can definitely get those reads. Caruso is someone who surprised the heck out of me because he was a G Leaguer with the Lakers and he actually developed into, I guess, a starter in the league. I'm still scratching my head there. Drummond, Terry off the bench, Javon Carter off the bench for this Bulls team. But you have him on a down cycle here in the last third of the season.
I don't have them on a down cycle nor an up cycle. The question I asked this morning on the jam session is, who are the Chicago Bulls? I think you could ask 100 people and everybody would give you the same answer. I don't know who the Chicago Bulls are. They're a team that is below 500 right now. They have some talent, but is it going to matter? Does it factor most of the time? No. If anything, best case scenario for the Bulls, they make the play-in tournament, escape the play-in tournament, and get 4-0'd by whoever's the number one seed in the first round of the playoffs. I think it's best case scenario for the Chicago Bulls. So if that's what their goals are, if that's what Vucevic wanted to keep this team together to do, hats off to him. But the Bulls, they're not going anywhere fast. I believe this is a team that should have blown it up. This is a team that should have blown it up last year. They're holding on to something that I think is just not there. At least that's my opinion. We'll see if they go on a second half tear or not.
All right, Jay, I like it here. The Celtics is the team that is favored to come out of the East, favored to win the NBA title. Maybe because they have the easier path. Some say because it's a. I think it was like 3-1 for the Bucks to come out of the East, and it's a huge long shots with the issue with the Sixers, Knicks, Heat like 13-1, Pacers 32-1. Some say the Celtics have the easier path to get to the finals.
I think the Celtics are just the best team in the NBA. I just flat out, just player for player, man for man, roster for roster. 1 through 5, 1 through 8, 1 through 9. There's no team that has the talent that Boston has. Can their two stars, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, finally get over that hump is the million-dollar question. I've said all season my futures ticket that I placed at the very beginning of the season is on the Boston Celtics. Now I know, my co-host on the morning show, Money Man Mitch, he calls me delusional. You know what I mean? And I understand his sentiment on why he says that. The Celtics, they've come up short in the big games when it's mattered most. But we'll see if they can get it done. I don't think there's anybody in the East that's really going to challenge them. On the West, I think there's a couple teams that give them a good run for their money. But I think they're the prohibited favorite to come out of the Eastern Conference this year. My Eastern Conference Finals right now, Tony T, if I had to call it, I would probably go Boston and the New York Knicks. I think when the Knicks get healthy, they're going to beat probably Milwaukee in a 7-game series. I got to see how they get healthy. Randall and Anunoby come back for the Knicks, but I'll probably go Boston, New York Knicks, Eastern Conference Finals.
That's his ECF there. How about your WCF out in the West? Who do you see in the finals?
Right now, Western Conference Finals, I have the Denver Chicken Nuggets, the defending champs, facing off against my favorite team, the Dallas Mavericks. I think that's what we're looking at right now. And now that could change. The Clippers playing well. The Lakers were just there last year. LeBron can never count him out. Golden State, hey, they're the dynasty. They've been the ones that have done it. And continuously got it done. Can't count out some young guns like Oklahoma City, Minnesota, your Sacramentos of the world. The West is wide open. I think it's tougher than the East to call. But right now, I would have to go with Denver and the Dallas Mavericks. I think those two have the two best players in the conference between Nikola Jokic and Luka Doncic. Mavs looking really good now with some of the pieces they have acquired. We get a really good look at them tonight, but they're 6-0 last 6. Hey, watch out for my Mavs. We're just in the Western Conference Finals 2 years ago. We'll see if they can get it done this season, but that's what I would like right now.
We'll see how they go here. Of course, P.J. Washington is in the starting lineup tonight for Dallas. That was a team that they gave up a first-round pick for, hoping to get him over the hump here. They've had issues with rebounding. That's been the issue with the Dallas Mavericks past several seasons. Although they've been defending pretty. Actually, this Dallas-Phoenix game, both teams have been defending pretty well of late. No doubt about that. A team that's kind of a wild card here. That can have the capability of taking a team a top seed, maybe a 1, 2, or 3 seed to maybe 6, possibly 7 games. I don't know, and have it to get over the hump. That'd be New Orleans Pelicans.
Oh, you most definitely have to watch out for the Pelicans. I think they're probably, like you said, one of the most silent killers out there right now. Kind of flying under the radar. The thing is most people were just kind of waiting for the left shoe to fall off for the Pelicans like it always does. But if they put the pieces together, if they stay healthy, which they never seem to do, but if they do stay healthy, I wouldn't be surprised if they made some noise at all. Like I said a minute ago, the West is wide open. I can make an argument that 1 through 10, if things break the right way, can do some real damage this season. So we'll see how it shakes out. Should be an extremely fun closeout to the season.
Yeah, it should be indeed. Of course, the Lakers, a lot of folks thought the Lakers had a shot to get in the 6th seed. Looks like LeBron's going to be sitting this one out. And there's some concerns the Lakers are confident to go into that 9-10 game. I don't see them. I don't know if they can repeat what they did last year. I think they got to get into the 6.
Expecting to do what they did last year, I'm with you. It's kind of crazy. Can they do it? I never count out the greatest player to ever play the game in LeBron James. That's something I will never do. Is it ideal? No. Should they try to get to that 6th seed? Oh, they better try to, because the West is mighty this year, man. It is mighty. So I'm with you. They need to try to get to that 6th seed, Tony T, because trying to go from the play-in, well, they can do it as they showed us last year, but I don't think that's the ideal path. They kind of ran out of gas last season in the Western Conference Finals, mainly, I think, because of that. I think it'd be in their best interest to try to avoid that.
Yeah, get that week off. They definitely need it, especially when I have a 40 and LeBron pushing 4. And you see the greatest player ever. I have to agree with that because I've seen a lot of great players in my lifetime, but I've never seen a player play this good from rookie to current stages into his late 30s, nearly 40. No player has ever played that well for that long. I mean, there was tail off on all the players. I remember from Kobe to Michael Jordan, there's big time tail off. You don't see it there with LeBron.
Hey, I'm not mad at anybody for who their greatest player of all time is. If your greatest player of all time is Michael Jordan, I completely understand. I disagree. I am 24 years old. Man, my middle school, high school years, when I fell in love with the game of basketball, hey, when I'm having them high school arguments at the lunch table, it was everybody understood at the end of the season, no matter what, mama, that man was going to be in the finals. Was he going to have the better team and was he going to win it? That was to be determined. But to see him make 11 straight NBA finals, I still don't think people give him the credit he deserves for that. Hey, LeBron he's LeBron, man. Yeah. He's LeBron.
There's been again, like I said, he's playing at an elite level all the way until 40. I've never seen that in the NBA. I remember Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, when he hit 40, he was walking up and down. He was walking up the court defensively. I would say offensive. Yeah, he would run on defense and walk up the court. So yeah, it's interesting here when people talk about this, but just look at LeBron's body of work from rookie to now. It's amazing. Jay here on Celtics lay the 8.5 against the Bulls tonight here, 8 Eastern time. All right, Jay, let's take a look over at pick.com for nice action. Of course, we do have NBA back on the board, 12 game card tonight, 10 tomorrow. A lot of front end or back-to-backs here in this one. Jay having a fantastic NBA season. 1,826 units of profit, all documented over at pick.com. You can verify those numbers simply by going to Jay's handicapper page. Go to pick history. You'll see every play that Jay's released. College hoops as well on the board. Some hockey. What do you have going over at Pick Premium?
Hey, today is a money-making Thursday with everything back in full swing. I'm just focused on the NBA tonight, though. I'm locked and loaded. At Pick Premium, if you're one of my long-term subscribers, you have 5 plays in there. But for sale tonight, I have a money-making 3-pack you guys can scoop up. My favorite 3 plays tonight on the NBA board. And I have an NBA play of the day. On that NBA play of the day for the season, we've been hitting at about a 57% clip on that NBA play of the day for the entire season. So enjoying some really some really great profits on that play this season. You guys can hop on that. You can hop on that money-making 3-pack, or you can join me long-term. Weekend coming up. Plenty of college hoops action as we're getting ready for March Madness as that's coming up. Hockey, I've been active there. NBA, of course, now back in full swing. Loaded card, like Tony T said, tomorrow as well. So it's the best time to hop on something long-term. Or you could pair me up with one of the great guys here at Big Dogs Premium. Pair me up with Millz. Pair me up with Wayne. Pair me up with Tony Brown or Tony T. And let's continue to kick the crap out of the books this season.
That's right, guys. Got more Jay Briggs over at Pick.com. Great results in the NBA, 1,826 units of profit, showing great profit for the year. Last 30 days been on a tear. Get on board with Jay. Use promo code PICK at checkout. Save that 15% off. But Jay, for those big bettors out there, you have an all-access club.
Yes, sir. I do have an all-access club, man. The all-access club members, they're hitting at about a 53% clip in the all-access club for the season. And with the rating system that we use in the All Access Club, a 53% clip, man, we are up tremendous. We're up about 108 units. That's absolutely insane. So $1,000 bettors made over $100,000 if you've been in the All Access Club. Now, everybody's not that big of a bettor, but that's mainly what we're targeting in the All Access Club, the bigger bettors, guys that can handle the volume of betting the NBA pretty big nightly. It's a pretty high ticket to get in the All Access Club. I'm not going to lie to you, but you're going to have it back pretty much like this, the way we've been running for the season. So if you think this is a product for you, if you want to take betting the NBA seriously on a night-to-night basis, I think that joining the All Access Club is something you should seriously think about doing.
All right, All Access, make the call or text and get signed up. All right, Jay, as always, great having you show. Continue that success. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow. Let everybody know about your jam session and the morning show.
Yes, sir. You can catch my jam session every day. We are back. With the NBA being back, I go through every single NBA game on the card every single day. Video usually drops around 9:30 in the morning every single day with the huge card tomorrow. You guys should tune in and watch it. You can still catch today's video as I go through every single game on the card. And you can catch me on the morning show Monday through Friday with Mitch Ruffalo and Chris Costi joins us on Mondays and Fridays. Romanelli joins us on Wednesdays. So ton of fun doing that show Monday through Friday. And Saturday and Sunday, I typically host the morning show on Saturday and Sunday, where we have a huge panel. A lot of guys you see here on the drive-through and throughout Pick Dogs Premium join us, and we talk about as many games as we can on those Saturdays and Sunday cards. Y'all know how many games be on those days, so we try to hit as many as we can, give you guys a lot of great information. Some good banter, too, some great discussion. Tony T usually pops in once or twice on the weekend, so it's a ton of fun. I think you guys should join in, and let's continue to make some money trying to bet sports.
Absolutely, guys. Catch those weekend shows. Set those notifications to be alerted when we're live. All right, Jay. Have a great night. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow.
Appreciate you, Tony T. I'll see you tomorrow, my man.
See you tomorrow. Jay Briggs here on the Drive Thru. Guys, if you ever miss a pick, we do a recap at the end of the show. Stay tuned for that. We also ask for your best bets in the chat. So if you got a best bet ready, load it and we'll read it at the end of the show. Let's continue on here on the Drive Thru. Up next, let's go to Wayne Scott. You'll catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. More NBA talk here with Wayne and a pick here from Wayne. Maybe we'll do some rundown with Wayne as well. Let's see if we're ready to roll here with Wayne Scott here. Bring him in right now. Let's see, where's that to go, Wayne? Wayne, what's happening?
What's going on, Tony T? What's going on, big Pick Dog family? I'm gonna make sure I speak up so I can eliminate this backwards, but I'm here. What's good?
All right, we got Wayne here tonight. Looking at some NBA tonight with Wayne, as the NBA has returned tonight with a 12 game card. And we're gonna Wayne is gonna be looking at this one here between the Knicks and the 76ers. We had someone mention the Knicks moving to the Eastern Conference Finals. There, we'll see how it rolls here. The Knicks are going to be dogs tonight. 76ers looks to be laying 1 in this game. We see a total 220.5.
Yes, sir. Both of these teams are heading in the wrong direction. Both of these teams before All-Star break just haven't been playing well, mainly because both of these teams are depleted, missing players. To me, the Knicks are missing the more vulnerable pieces. Yes, Embiid is a vulnerable piece as well. But when you got Mobamba and Paul Reed, two backup centers, though they can't score like Embiid, but at least they can bring the defense and just valuable backup centers. Now, on the other side of that, the Knicks missing Adebayo defensive-wise, and he's been lights out from the three since he's been there. And Randall's their number one, arguably their number 2 player, but he's an all-around player. He's a guy who gets assists for them, rebounds, defense, and he's just an all-around baller for them. I like Philadelphia here, man. They play well at home. They play well in a lot of the situations. I like their bench a little bit better, and I just like them. The numbers from what I've seen overall on the season from Philadelphia tonight. I think they get the home win. They're 0-5 in their last 5 home games. Haven't been playing well. I'm catching a falling knife here. I think they turn it around against the Knicks team. It's just missing way too much for me and to back them here on the road.
All right, we got Wayne here on the 76ers laying the point here against the Knicks. The Knicks team going in without Anunoby, without Randall. Randall's going to need some more time off. That's a concern with that shoulder. Robinson out as well. And, of course, with the Philadelphia 76ers, no Embiid, but you do have Maxey, Hield, Batum, Reed in there. You do have some players coming off the bench here. Oubre, Mo Bamba, who couldn't fit in with the Lakers, is expected to get some time here. Lowry is someone you could see tonight. Cameron Payne as well. So Lowry's finding a spot here with Philadelphia.
As you mentioned, Cameron Payne. They got some decent veteran players. Some that they know their role. They know to step up in spots like these. We'll hope to see Kyle Lowry, but even if not, man, I like the starting lineup of the Philadelphia 76ers, and I like the backup pieces that are coming in a little bit more than the Knicks, what they have. Knicks are just not a team built to take on this many injuries. Philadelphia is missing one injury, key injury, their main guy, but they have backup pieces to fill in for Embiid going out. We've seen Embiid going out, prepare for an Embiid to go out, and I don't think the Knicks have prepared for somebody like Adebayo to go out and Randall to go out. Just a lot more to cover up. And I like Philly at home, man. I think they battle in this one and they get it done. We're getting a light line with them, too. Typically, we see them -3 in this spot, -4. But we're getting them at a -1, and I'm going to take them here with that.
All right, Wayne here, 76ers laying the 1. I think Nick's Wayne on the road. Well, I'll handle the rundown tonight with Wayne on the road tonight. So 76ers here laying the point here against the Knicks tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern time. All right, Wayne, let's take a look over.
Go ahead, Tony.
What is it? You're good? You can handle it?
You go ahead, Tony. Yeah, you go ahead. You go ahead.
All right.
As long as this noise ain't bothering you, go ahead.
Oh, no, okay. We'll do the
I'll
rundown.
make it quick.
All right, that's fine. We'll do the rundown. So we'll go ahead and let Wayne cover the games that aren't covered here on the show. Let me go ahead and set the move the chains here. We'll get to the previous games here. So we'll cover what we do here on the rundown is we'll cover games not covered here on the show, and we'll start here with this Pistons-Pacers game here. They're coming back from the break. The Pacers laying 12 in this one, total 246.5.
I love the Pistons in this spot. You can make an argument definitely for Indiana, but Indiana they're going to have to show me. I've yet to see them cover a large point spread like this since this new team's been built. I love the way Detroit's playing on the road and playing together. We've heard their coach step up and say he's actually trying to win games and not just trying to throw games, and they've been playing like it. Is Cade playing? Last time I checked, Cade was game time decision. Whether he plays or not, I like it. I just think it's too many points. And I like what I've seen from the Pistons defense.
All right, here's the injury news here coming tonight. We know Stewart has got that suspension with his fight. He's out. Grimes is doubtful. Cunningham is going to play tonight. So Cunningham in the lineup. Nesmith will be out here for Indiana.
Yeah, Naismith is a big name. Not the most scorer, but he's one of those guys where they stick on the best scorer on the other team. So if somebody gets hot, no Naismith just to throw on him and cool him down. I like to hear the Naismiths out. Once again, just too many points for a Pistons team. Not only just been playing defense, but has had no problem scoring. They're finding their groove, playing together. Pacers playing a little bit better defensively, but I still got to see a little more out of them defensively. Give me Detroit here with these 12 points.
All right, that's right there with the points. A big one tonight here. Magic and the Cavaliers going head-to-head. We see the Cavs laying 5.5, total 214.5. No faults here for Orlando, but that's the only one. There's only one person on the injury report for Orlando. No Jerome, no Mitchell, no Thompson for Cleveland. Cleveland, the home favorite here, 5.5.
Yeah, that no Mitchell hurts. I love the line where it was at. I still love it. You can even sprinkle a little bit on the Magic money line, man. I think the Magic give Cleveland all they can handle. Their best scorer is out. No faults doesn't hurt as much as people think it may because Anthony Black's been balling and Cole Anthony is a legit point guard off the bench. I like the Magic here in this one, man. Just as good as defensive team. They can get it going offensively. Good rebound advantage, and their numbers are good in all these spots tonight. Getting a lot of points here, man. Every time the Magic are getting a lot of points, I got no choice but to look their way. Their team is arguably this should be almost a coin flip game. Definitely without Mitchell out, they're still giving you 5 points. I think the Magic battle here and cover this one.
Yep, no Suggs. We got Suggs, Harris, Wagner, Boncaro, Carter in there for Orlando. Solid starting 5 for the Magic. Of course, they got another starting 5 behind them because they've had so many injuries and draft picks with this team. And Fultz is no stranger to the injury report. We'll add that in there as well. We covered Nets, Raptors. We covered Suns and Mavericks. We covered Celtics, Bulls. Now we got Rockets and Pelicans, a team to keep an eye on. Rockets have had their issues on the road tonight. Pelicans laying 7, total 227 in this one. Let's take a look here with the injury report. Eason continues to be out. He gave him some scoring, that rookie out of LSU, but he's been hurt for a while. Bullock is questionable. No Daniels, no Ingram here for the Pelicans. That's a big loss there. But Zeller questionable. Pels laying 7.
Yeah, I'm scared to back these guys without Eason, to be honest with you, just because I don't see enough scoring coming off that bench. Whitmore gets it going every once in a while, but they act like they don't want to play him some nights. This Pelicans team, fully healthy, as you guys discussed, is a scary team and a team that a lot of people might want to watch. I think at home here, they get it done, man. Laying 7 points against this Rockets team. It struggles on the road. Not only do they struggle on the road, they just struggle to score. And when you're struggling to score against a Pelicans team that can score 120 on any given night, I'm going to have to take the Pelicans here.
There we go. Pelicans there laying the 7 in this one. Clippers and Thunder, one of the games of the night. Surprising, no national TV in this game. Thunder here going to lay 1, total 235.5. The Thunder, both teams coming in with a clean injury report.
Yeah, man, I hate to say it, but I'm gonna take a Ruffalo on this one, and I'm gonna take the under, man. This game is too hard for me to decide. Kind of leaning towards the Thunder, but the numbers all match up to this game. Is like a real coin flip. No real edge for me that I could find. So I'm gonna like the under. I'm gonna bank on the defense. I'm gonna bank on this young team going out there and competing defensively. And we've seen the Clippers play defense all year long. Give me the under. I know since I looked at it, it's came down a little bit, but I still like the under in this game.
235.5 under the total here. Clippers and the Thunder do see a 236 out there as well. Do your line chopping, get the best number. Hornets and Jazz going head to head here. Hornets going to miss their guy Ball out, Williams out. Otto Porter is out, but the word is that he's been sent home, that he's looking at a buyout and possibly will be one of those waiver guys that ends up on a contender. So it looks like Porter has been sent home. I think that was the word out here. I don't know if I have more, I can give you more information. He won't play, but he's away from the team right now since acquired from the Raptors. And it looks like the Jazz told him, you know what, Porter, we don't want you. We're going to find a home for you and buy you out. So the no Porter there. Jazz laying 10, total 229.
Yeah, Porter fell off the map. He was a good player at one time, just with injuries, and since I haven't seen the team give him a real good shot on the floor. I don't know if them injuries are hindering him. But besides that, I'm going just off recent form. And recent form shows me Charlotte's been balling since the trade. Jazz have not been playing that well. I know they play well at home, but how many times are they laying this many points? A lot of times the Jazz are home underdogs, which makes them easier to bet. Laying 10 with a Jazz team that's not playing no defense against a Hornets team who is playing defense since the trade, who is scoring. And the Hornets now, with those trades, have a decent bench. Jazz made a couple trades as well, and some of their bench players got moved. So until I see this bench step up for the Jazz, I got to take the 10 points with the Hornets here.
All right, there we go. Right. Olenek was moved out of there, so we'll keep an eye there. Clarkson is their guy off the bench, but Dunn is still question mark. Dunn is, some people say, maybe out of the league after his contract expires. He was a big disappointment there with I believe it was the Heat into the Lakers that didn't do much of anything. All right, continue here on the rundown here with Wayne. Wizards and Nuggets. This is the big line of the night here. Nuggets laying 15.5. It was 15 earlier, 15.5. The Wizards starting 5 are healthy. Livers is the only one out. On the Denver side, we know Ken Carr's been out all season. Tyson's out. Really, a lot of players that are not impacted, dropping out. But some news here. Murray and Caldwell Pope have hit the injury report as probable. Let's take a look here what the word is on Murray. He's officially listed as probable with the lower leg. This was late in the day. They're expecting him to suit up for this game with that tibia inflammation. It's kind of struggled since the beginning of February with his shooting percentage. So some are saying maybe this time away may help Murray with this break here, but he's been struggling with that leg. We're seeing here Nuggets 15.5, total 232. One thing to note: the Wizards have been money covering on the road.
Yes, sir. Definitely as road underdogs, Wizards have been money, as Tony said. Wizards always scare me defensively, but one thing I don't got to worry about is the Wizards on offense. They're playing a Nuggets team. The team tends to play down to their competition on the season. They win the game but don't cover. We see it all the time. Those injury news on the Nuggets make me want to run and get this Washington bet in a little faster. But I like Washington whether the starters play or not in this situation. Nuggets just have it covered, and Nuggets, they play well, but this is Washington's spot. If you're going to take Washington anytime, it's going to be getting these double-digit point spreads on the road. As Tony mentioned, this team is healthy. One thing that I like about Washington is their bench. Their bench is strong. They got the young buck, Kali, I can't really say his name, from France, coming off the bench, but he balls. They Kisper balls. They got a good bench. And Bagley's been playing well since. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And Bagley's been playing well since the trade. Give me this Wizards team with all these points in this.
Wizards plus 15.5 here. against the Nuggets. All right, we'll continue here on the rundown here, joined by Wayne Scott. We're going to go to the Spurs and the Kings. This one, a big line here. We've got in this one, we'll give you some injury news here. Morris is out for the Spurs. Vezenkov, he's that player from overseas that I think was played well overseas, but some of these overseas players are either a big hit or a big miss, and so far the word on Vezenkov has been pretty much a big miss for him. Sabonis has been a hit here, as we know. The question with Sabonis, he's got an illness. He's questionable for this game, but he was a full participant in the morning shootout. So he was upgraded during the shootout from doubtful to questionable. But let me tell you one thing about Sabonis. We knew this from last year. He's a Sabonis. If you see him questionable, he plays usually. You see him doubtful, he'll even play sometimes. This guy's tough as his dad. Kings 10.5, total 242.5.
This is a tough one. I think this line is right where it needs to be, just based off of how these teams were playing and how they performed in the situations here. But I'm going to ride with the Spurs here. Just with, even if Sabonis plays, he's not going to be 100%. I think he will play, as Tony mentioned. Sabonis is tough as hell. One thing that scares me here is the Kings bench. I do think their bench can kind of pull away. They got a strong advantage on the bench. But starter for starter, the Spurs play well. The Spurs starters should play well against the Kings, and I think they can keep it within this point spread or get the back door here. Open up at 9.5. We see it at 10.5 now. Every extra point that we get with the Spurs, we're going to need, but we'll take the Spurs here in this spot.
Yeah, the only thing I worry with the Spurs, they don't play their starters enough minutes. I mean, Vassal's the only guy that'll give you 30 plus. Everybody else is under 30.
I agree with you, man. Popovich, he definitely wants to see what he has out of the guys that he knows he's not going to keep. So if he knows he's going to keep you, you're going to play limited minutes, and he's going to bench you just to make sure he gets a look on everybody. Pop's a coach, man. He's looking at stuff at angles that we're not looking at. We're looking at play these guys to win the game, to cover the point spread. Pop is looking futures ahead right now. So Pop is one of them weird coaches to where I don't even like to bet against on or against Popovich game because he's hard to predict. He's one of them coaches you don't know what he's thinking, what he's going to predict, why he's sitting players. But even in this situation, I feel like the Spurs are just getting too many points in this one. So I'm going to ride with the Spurs here.
The Spurs in this game. All right, we've got the games covered for you guys here on the show because next up we have Lakers-Warriors, which we covered. Did we cover this game already? We did not cover this game, right? For some reason we were talking about it. We didn't cover this game. All right, doubleheader game on TNT, Warriors and Lakers. Warriors laying 6. The total here sits at 242. Injuries in the news. We found out yesterday afternoon that James was out. So is Vanderbilt for Vincent. Wood is also out for Los Angeles. Christie and Reddish are probable. Christie and Reddish are questionable. Davis is probable. Paul and Payton are out for Golden State. The Warriors laying 6 here, total 242.5.
Yeah, Warriors playing much better. I've been on them on this 8-2 run before the break at least 4 or 5 times. But I like this line when we thought LeBron was playing. It was -3. At this -6, I have to look more the Lakers' way. Lakers are about a 50-50 team in this spot, and they tend to play better without LeBron. We've seen these guys get pulled late in the last game. Everybody hopped on the side, and Lakers won outright. I don't think they win this game outright, but I do think they compete enough to cover the spread here. Warriors are becoming a solid cover team again, but they're just not there yet. And this is too many points against the Lakers team. It's not all the way in the playoffs. They need to win this game just as much as Golden State needs to win this game. So I think we have a battle here. I'm going to take the 6 points with the Lakers.
And we'll see how Dinwiddie does in a really big road spot here. We'll see Dinwiddie, a waiver guy, and it came over on the waiver wire. Slated for 28 minutes tonight. He'll be the top guy off the bench here for Los Angeles.
Yes, sir. And I liked this game early in the season for the Nets, and you could tell he was disgruntled, wasn't happy, started just playing worse and worse, and got to trade. So if we get that early season Nets Dinwiddie, he's definitely a good three-point shooter and a good defender. You got to remember, he's coming off the bench. You're not asking him to start. You're asking him to come off the bench and contribute, and I think he does that. And I think that's one of the reasons why they have a good chance to cover this point spread, is bringing in guys like Dinwiddie, having solid guys coming off this bench to compete against the Warriors.
Yep, and of course, when you're looking at Dinwood, he is an LA guy coming home, so that's a little boost there. Looking at a waiver guy who's coming home, so that's a benefit there for him, no doubt. All right, we got through the rundown. I just want to let you know again here, Wayne on sixes here, lay the one against the Knicks. That's his play for tonight. All right, Wayne, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge for tonight's action. Of course, 12-game card NBA. Lots of college hoops in action. We got a lot of West Coast hoops tonight. Pac-12, WCC, WAC. WCC. I see some Big West in there as well. So a lot of West Coast games. That's why we have this huge card tonight. Look at Wayne over the last 7 days. 400 units of profit. What do you have going over at Pick Dogs Premium?
I have a 3-pack with my NBA plays, 5 NBA plays, and 2 college basketball plays. I have a 3-pack with straight NBAs, and then I have a mixed 3-packs with 2 NBAs and 1 college basketball. At my best bet in college basketball, I've been on a tear on that. We are 20-9 in our last 29. Won yesterday with Georgia. Looking to cash again tonight. I absolutely love that bet. And great NBA action. I always look to get something long term. I had my NBA plays out early, so if you got on Monday, Wednesday, you got some extra NBA plays in without having to buy today's package. So long term plan, I'm always looking out. Got my extra plays for my long term subscribers on there. But for the people just buying daily, 3-pack in the NBA. 3-pack mix with college and NBA, and my best bet in the college basketball for y'all tonight.
That's right, guys. Get over with Wayne Scott over at Pick Dodge Premium. 40 units of profit past 7 days. Get on board with Wayne Scott right now over at Pick Dodge Premium. Those long-term passes will serve you well. Remember that 1-month pass will get you all the Wayne's Premium plays for 30 days. All his NBA, NHL, college hoops. Get on board with all these sports overlapping. Also, we'll cover the first series of Major League Baseball Dodgers Padres. So we'll see how that rolls out of Korea. All right, Wayne. As always, great having your show. To your success, we'll catch up with you again next week. But let everybody know about your boxing video series here on Pick Dogs.
Yes, sir. Should be coming out soon. Like I said, been mentioning a lot of great fights starting to get announced for March, and I'll be ready to drop them for you guys. So drop my prediction, my bets on there, so you guys can cash on these boxes. If people watch boxing and tune into boxing, I got y'all covered.
Got him covered here with Wayne, so make sure to like, subscribe, and set those notifications so when Wayne drops those videos, you get them in real time. All right, Wayne, have yourself a great night, and we'll catch up with you again here next week.
All right, appreciate you for having me, Tony T. I'll see you guys this weekend. Good luck with your bets tonight. Let's cash on the books.
Indeed, cash on the books. Wayne Scott here on the drive. So, yeah, you can catch Wayne this weekend on the weekend shows. Tune in 10:30 at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, Saturday, Sunday. All right, let's continue here on the drive. So, guys, you ever miss a pick? We recap at the end of the show. Stay tuned for that. Let's continue on here on the drive-thru. We'll get to my pick, and that will take us here to the recap. Guys, remember to put your best bets into the chat right now, so we'll read them out at the end of the show. All right, let's get to my player. We're going to the Pac-12 basketball tonight. As I said, a big West Coast card. It's usually on Thursday nights. We have all the West Coast teams in action from the Pac-12, WCC, the Big West, the WAC, the Summit. I don't want to call Summit West Coast, but leaning toward the West side. Tonight we're looking at Washington State and Arizona State. This is just too many points, guys. Washington State here at plus. Washington State is a tournament team. Okay, they're one of the first. Arizona and Washington State are about the only two sure things to get in the tournament from the Pac-12, and I just think this is just a little too many points here because you've got a Washington State team who was of quality this year. You look at Washington State; they said second in offensive efficiency against the Pac-12, a strong rebounding team. They make their threes. They're a good shooting team around the basket. They are first in effective field goal defense in the conference. They're giving up less than 47% inside Arizona. We know Arizona's a really good offensive, defensive teams, but a couple of things is they shoot only 71% at the line and they allow 36% from three. We take a look at the past 5 games. The Cougars are shooting nearly 48%. They've covered 6 of 7, so we'll take those 13 with Washington State against Arizona. All right, guys, check out Pick Dodge for tonight. I've got a 3-pack from the NBA tonight, so get on board. Or you can get on board with my long-term pass, my 3, 7, or $30 sports pass. Get all my premium plays for that time period. Just like when you go to my handicapper page, make that purchase. Remember the promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save that 15% off. You can also add multi-cappers here with the multi-capper promotion. Even greater value there. Let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Let's get to the recap, and then we'll let you go here. First, of course, we will have your best bets, guys. So get your best bets into the chat right now, and we'll read them off. All right, tonight was Tony Brown with the Nets, plus the one against the Raptors. We had Millz here with the Suns Mavericks over 245. Jay was on the Celtics, leading the 8.5 against the Bulls. Wayne, like the Sixers here, lay the 1 against the New York Knicks. I'll be on Washington here, plus the 13 here, and that one will be against the Arizona Wildcats. And the one that I like the most, you know what? I think I was against all of them tonight. I hate to say that, but it's true. Actually, at the Knicks. Let me go back who I wrote my notes down who I had today. Let's see here. Nets and Raptors. Let's see here. Let me just go through the games here. Let's see. Knicks and Pacers. Believe it or not, I had the Knicks in that one. The Nets and Raptors. I had Toronto in that game. Suns and Mavericks. You know what? I had the under in that game. What else is there? Celtics Bulls. I know I had the Bulls in that game, guys. I'm just going to be straightforward with you. I have the complete opposite of every game today on the show. Sorry to say that, but hey, listen, man. I write up every game, and in my get ready for my promotions, I just got to make sure that I'm honest, straight up. As I had every other side of this one. All right, guys. That's to do it for this edition of the Drive-Thru, guys. Make sure you guys tune in tomorrow live here at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll do it all over again. We'll bring in our cappers from Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place. We'll go our plays here in real time. Remember, to always get started with that morning show during the week, live here at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time with Mitch. We got Chris. We got Jay. We also have Costin and Romanelli with appearances as well. Don't forget the video series. We got Mitch's 7 picks in 5 minutes. Betting Tool Show was roundtable discussion with the professionals. Also, Chris with his Around the League from the NHL, as well as Jay's Jam Session, NBA, Ron Romanelli, Bankside Breakdown from college basketball. Also, Costi's Sharp Training Plays. We also have Big Al McMorty with his All Access. We have Brian Bittler, Sharp Contrarian Plays from Brian Bittler. And, of course, Dana Lane Against the Public Betting right now. That's a very good video series. Nick Mencken, First Half NBA. We got Parlay video series here from Brad Francis. We got Millz with his UFC rundown, as well as his prop shot video series up there for you. We also have our boxing video series from Wayne. So good time to get on board, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications, so when we drop these videos, you get them in real time here on, if you would. All right, let's go ahead and look at some of the best bets for the show today. All right, we had Blake here on Seattle laying the 6.5. I believe that is college basketball. Seattle is playing, I believe, a team that can't cover. A team that cannot cover in college hoops, and I believe, let me make sure, I want to make sure I have that one right, because I think I was on that side as well. Let's see here. Seattle is playing Stephen F. Austin, a team that has failed to cover 10 straight. So that was from Blake today. Also, LA Kings from Ron Crawford here, liking the Kings. What else do we have here on the games here? Doubles had a pick for us today. Doubles likes the Vancouver-Seattle game going over 6. Ziggy Ball is coming in with his picks in there as well. Lots of plays here from Ziggy. We've got him NBA. Let's see here, NHL Pistons. He likes them with the points, likes the Magic with the points, likes the Nets, Avalanche, Red Wings over, and also Lightning puck line. So that was from our man Ziggy coming in with his picks for tonight. Let's see what we got. Any more plays here from everybody in the chat tonight? Looking for some more here. Let's see what we've got here. Let's see here. Thunder money line from Chris White Thunder coming in with the money line. Thunder Stars money line from Lando 86. I like this one from Jason W. Minnesota laying the 3.5 against Ohio State. Minnesota's been the best covered team in college basketball this season. Over at 242.5. I think that was the early game, the Sacramento game from Raven Ron. That was his play tonight. Under 6 from Mr. Jones, 509 Bruins and Flames. Under 6 from Mr. Jones, 509 Panthers and Hurricanes. Let's see if I have any other best bets here from the folks in the chat today. Under 157.5 Northern Arizona game. That's from Ambrose Hernandez coming in with his best bet tonight. I think that will do it for the best bets. Let me get one more refresh to see if there's anybody else here with any more plays. I think we got you all covered. All right, we got all the picks for you guys. Thanks for joining us. We're back again tomorrow live at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll do it all over again. We've got 10 games from the NBA, some college hoops and hockey. Give you picks on that show. That's going to do it. All right, let's go ahead and bring in our crew for tonight. I'm going to wave goodbye to you guys. You guys have a great afternoon, evening. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow here on The Drive.